Hi, welcome to Wealth Flow with the Black Mentor. I am your host, Joseph Nantomah, multimillionaire real estate investor and life coach. The Wealth Flow show is to help you develop a wealth building mindset so you can achieve wealth and build financial freedom. And we've designed it with four pillars. We've designed it so you can have knowledge flow, freedom flow, cash flow, and success flow. And this is what this show is basically about. Okay? Today, I'm going to go right straight to the point. I have two amazing ladies that you've not seen here ever. And these are the ladies that are making this whole thing work. And I'm a little bit emotional today because today is the last episode for the season for the year. Yeah. And, I have Tracy here. Tracy, there you go. I'm emotional.
Does it all the time.
Yeah, I do that. They look like twin, so I always mess this thing up. So I have Tracy Chap, man. She is a champion. She is in charge of all our social media, all our website and hosting, and I don't even know what she does. She does everything. She's the one that makes me look good. So in a way, the screen is kind of, I'm like on the left, on the right, but today's our show, right?
That's
Today's
right.
the last day.
Do what works for you.
And I have Kim Nocky. Everybody knows Kim. She's the one always taking all the pictures. She's the one handling my marketing. And I just want to thank every single person. Of course, right back there, we have John. John is the producer.
John Taylor.
John Taylor, the producer. And he's always just back there, just making things happen. We had 8 episodes, John. You only appeared in like 2 minutes last week. 2 minutes when we were giving out a check. And it's been amazing. But today, on the more serious note, I just wanted to come out here. It's the last day of the last episode of the year. And I just wanted to thank every single person who came on our show, every single, person, staff, consultant that came on board to make this show a success. I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. And thank you. Thank every single person. But today it's an amazing day. But I just want to ask a simple question before we jump that right in. I'm in a more relaxed mode today. I'm not like
I'm not going to be yelling today.
No, I'm not
I
gonna be.
think you might pump up by the end of the show.
I might pump
You
at the
might,
end of
you
the
might.
show. Okay, you never know. That's the good thing about our show. We keep it real. But what was your favorite among all the? We did 8 episodes, right?
Yeah, so
It's
I
about
do
9.
have 2, and it's
Two?
hard to narrow it down. Last week's was absolutely amazing. The Gives moment was absolutely amazing. But I think you and Bonnie had amazing energy together
Bonnie, there you go.
when you guys had the show on together. Your energy and your knowledge together, that was one of
amazing.
my favorites.
So are you saying you should
Absolutely.
bring Bonnie in season 2?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, Bonnie.
Absolutely.
Okay, I want you to say Bonnie. Okay, my head of marketing says we should bring you for season 2. I'm gonna cut this clip and send it to Bonnie.
Yes.
She got no choice. She's
She'll be
got to
back.
be here.
She'll be back.
So Bonnie, we loved your energy when you came up with it. We loved the knowledge. Bonnie is an amazing woman. She's been doing this for a long time when it comes about real estate, building wealth. And the amazing thing about Bonnie is she's always willing to to share. Even yesterday when I was in Indiana, I texted her 7:30, 8 in the morning. I said, hey, I'm in Indiana. I'm looking at this. Do you know what she said? She said, Joseph, you are playing real live Monopoly.
That's right.
That's what she said. She said, you're playing real life Monopoly. Like, go get it, And that is what you need, to be successful. You need people who are going to push you and, encourage you to go towards success. Not someone like, you sure you want to buy property in Indiana? Oh my God. They start selling you fear, selling you doubt. And, after I responded and everything, I think I was driving back to Wisconsin and she texted me, is there any question you want me to answer, before I get out of the office? And so Bonnie's just a phenomenal person. She's great. And I think I'll buy into that.
I think also though, like you both are willing to give your knowledge out on like a show like this. You gave so many great tips out for free that day.
Well, what can you do? You see, the thing about being a true leader, and people don't understand. People use words easily. Like yesterday, my wife made a post, and she was talking about how people just tell you "I love you," and they don't really know the meaning of what they're saying. And I tell people, you don't have to say I love you for you to actually show you care about somebody. You can just say, hey, I got you, whatever. But the moment you start telling people I love you, and she was sick for like 3 weeks, and apparently somebody who's been telling her I love you, they couldn't even check on her for like over 3 weeks. And I'm amazed that, like, okay, how do you say you love someone and you don't see them for 3 weeks and you don't check on them? Right. Yeah.
Right.
But that's not the topic we're discussing today.
That's when they say actions speak louder
yeah,
than words.
action speaks louder, very, very loud. So people just use words. I meet people that say they come here, oh, Joseph is my friend. I'm like, dude, I'm not your friend. So these are some of the things, people don't know. And when you try to correct them, they feel like you're blunt or you're mean or. So people don't understand who is their neighbor, who is their friend. They don't know who is their colleague. They just mingle everything up. Oh, I have a friend in the office. Just because they see you every day, they just assume you're your friend.
Absolutely.
So, other than that, what do you think, Tracy?
Oh, I thought the last show was really, really by far one of the better shows. But I really did like some of the earlier shows when you were answering all the questions from the audience too. Because I felt like that allowed you to become really interactive with the people that were following you and wanted to hear you and have a conversation with you, literally. Yeah. So I really liked those two. So it's kind of a tie between those two types.
Yeah, that was really amazing. I think that's the. Now it would be unfair because I'm the host to say I love this episode more than the other. Well, I think I really want to go with what you said, Tracy. I really love the fact that I could interact, with my viewers. They ask questions, and I could talk back to them. And one thing I know about being successful is talk to you and you're able to give them feedback, and they actually act on what you give to them. They're always going to get results. So it was very, very amazing for me to to have that opportunity to talk to people from all over. And when I say all over the world, I mean all over the world. We have people from all continents represented here. Depending on the platform you're coming from, we have Facebook. I think Facebook was like the highest, or was it YouTube? Which one do you think was your favorite?
For where you get the most responses is Instagram.
Instagram.
You get the most responses
My
from Instagram.
Babes, I give it to you. But the funny thing, Instagram is not live. Like now for the show, we're getting like Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
I think we get the most definitely from YouTube, and Facebook is probably pretty equal. LinkedIn is a little tougher because we can't reach out specifically in the chat on LinkedIn through the stream.
Okay. So you cannot chat while the show
we can post things up on the screen like what our producer is doing right now, but we can't chat back to him, but we can still put it up on the screen for you to see. Right. So, but where we definitely, I can put right in there, hey, make sure to post in the chat to connect with Joseph. It works. People are doing it. And I see people all the time asking you for your help every single day. This is the place and the time to ask Joseph for his help. This is where Joseph is going to answer your questions.
It's been amazing. So I just want to, you ladies have been tremendous, and a lot of people just see me on social media. They see me looking good, put on nice suits and all that. These are the people that make me look good. There's some of them that are not here. I have like Michael. Michael is one of my consultants in downtown office. Is always, on hand. I have a few people who are working behind the screen. I have Jenny. Jenny's my assistant. She's always there, responding, taking messages. I want to appreciate every single person that has made this show a success. What's amazing, and people always think you make these things up, but I actually started my first show in my basement.
That's amazing. Yeah, you said that last week, and I was like, "Oh, did you? Oh,
yeah.
Did you?"
I started the first show, and then it was in Wellflow with the Black Mentor, and now I want to start getting inspirational, right? So at a point, I just got to know that just posting on social media platform is not going to cut this, right? And this was like 2018 or something. And I said, you know what, let me just start a show. So I started doing the show, and I started in my basement. And all I had was a green curtain and my computer, a table, and a chair. And that's how we started this whole show. And now we have a whole team, right? I have you, I have John. We have a whole full studio setup. And there I was talking about the power to start. There are a lot of people out there. They want everything to be perfect. everything looking good, the cloud is right. You roll out a red carpet before they start. No, every great things mostly starts from the garage or the basement. Do you know that?
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
know,
People
Or in the
want to
gar-
see the
yeah.
real person.
yeah, they want to see the real person.
They don't
so
want to see the full edited version always, right?
yeah,
They want to see that you make
that
mistakes
makes you
too.
human. So if you are out there, this is just letting you know that you should start doing what that thing that you want to be great. Just start doing it. All you got to do is just take action, just start doing it and keep doing it. And as you keep doing it, before you know what's not too long, you're going to start attracting experts like this, professionals who have been doing this. These are like my social media and marketing gurus. You know what I'm
We're
talking
kind
about?
of
Like
a team of three
this
doing all the
yeah,
stuff.
these ladies are a big deal. People just see me on the screen, they say, okay, they think I'm the one. It's amazing how people think I'm the one posting, I'm the one doing editing, I'm the one doing marketing, I'm not the only one doing all these things. I have a whole team doing this whole thing. And I just want to say that is it. But when you start, only when you start, before you can start meeting the right people that you can put in the right place.
And wouldn't you say that it takes a little time to get up to that level? Like I'm sure you've hired people in the past that didn't
Oh
work
yeah,
out, and
oh
you've had
yeah.
some
Oh,
ups and downs.
you don't want to go into that story. When I started, the first team that I hired was in Tampa. So I had to drive here. I think I drove, because I had some equipment and I couldn't fly with those equipment. So I had to drive. I remember, just putting down my convertible, my Audi, put some stock into the trunk, and I drove. It was 16 hours. I drove to Tampa and I was in the studio for 5 days, and we were shooting all the YouTube channels and all that. And we started doing it. And when I finished with those guys, we had 50 videos.
Nice.
To put together for like 50 videos is going to be like 2 months, something like that. And we started posting, and the page was growing very, very fast. At the time, it was called Mentor America, with the Black Mentor, something like that. And I finally got a guy who said, oh, you know what? I can edit this whole thing for you. I can help you manage it. So I had a guy in the US and I had another guy in Africa who were helping me. And before you know what's happening, the page just vanished.
Yeah, the things that you learned on your way up.
We were just at the point of monetization of that page. We had like over 40 something thousand subscribers. We're just waiting for a few little number, and we're gonna just start making money on that page. And somebody took it.
Yeah.
But one thing about me is, I'm used to being punched down, but
Well, yeah, see, that's the thing, is like you don't get to the level that you're at without having gone
yeah,
through that.
I'm used to that. And, I'm used to people punching me down, and I'll stand up again. And the thing is, every time I stand up, I get bigger. So I knew it was either the guy in Africa or the guy in America. One of them was the one who stole the page. Let's just call it what it is. Okay. So they stole the page and converted it to be theirs, and it's called stealing. But I hacked. This one said no. So we're only three of us that have the password to the page, right? You, and me. And if I know I didn't, there's no way I can steal my own property, right? So it must be one of you guys. So, but I remember I was talking to you about it, and we said, you know what? Why do we waste our time sitting down here and crying over a spilled milk? And I'm here preaching you should take action. So the next thing we did is what? We took action. We rebranded the whole show. We got a studio. We brought in John. John gave us his technical know-how, and we put a whole show together again. And here we are. Season 1 is done. And I got new people, and took massive action. And here we are, 9 episodes or 8 episodes, and we've helped so many people. I think another part that I love was when we went out.
Yes, I wish I would have.
Yeah, when we went out, we had fun. That didn't feel like work at all. It just felt like party. I love traveling. I love meeting people. We went out and we're asking them simple questions. What do you understand? I think we should do that again in season 2, where we're going to go out and ask people what they understand about something. And it was, what do they understand about wealth? And I was just dishing out $100 bill. Like, what's the name? Like, what's the lady's name? Oprah. Hey, you get a car. You get a car. You get a car. And but my own version was, you got $100. You got $100. It was so nice just seeing the smile on people's face. You see, there is something when you give. Not everybody has the opportunity of enjoying that. because they don't know how to give. When you give and you see the smile that comes with the person who's receiving,
Yeah.
there is no amount of money you can pay for that.
I think sometimes people get stuck in that mentality of I need to get it all. I need it all for me. I need to keep getting because they don't feel like they have enough.
Yeah.
And they don't
Some
think
people are
about how
takers, just
the
pure on
giving will
takers.
actually build them faster than all
I
the
have
taking.
learned,
Yeah.
like, when I give, that is if I have, that sometimes you like just send to someone, but when you have the opportunity to like give, um, one on one, and you see the expression, how people just go from here, from this expression, maybe they were down, they were explaining something, whatever, and they now get what they want, or maybe sometimes, I don't want to know. I play God, small G, and they're asking me for like 1,000. I give them 3,000. They're like, the expression, like, whoa, it's just, and I think that is what God really wants us to be like. Like, He wants you to meet people's needs, and that's why He meets my needs. So that episode was very, very interesting to me when I had to go out there and give to people. That was very, very amazing. And I can go on and on and on, but this particular season has been amazing. We've dished out so much information. It's like 8 to 9, maybe 10 hours. Imagine if we had like everything in a CD, like the whole point. You're gonna have 10 hours of just sitting down and listening to the Black Mentor and my guest. And I think that is really, really powerful, because when you go out there, a lot of people don't have any message. All they have there is negativity. All they have there is just putting you down, telling you inflation is happening. Sometimes like, oh, next year the world is going to come to an end again, like they always say. Some people are telling you like, there's going to be inflation. You're not going to be able to feed yourself. They're telling
The
you
fear driven.
the fear, businesses are going to shut down and blah, blah, blah. But, we are sitting here and telling you can make it. We're sitting here telling you, if this guy came from the slums of Africa to the United States, and we've been able to put all this team together, myself and my team, we can build what we're doing. We're letting you know, that you can do it. Okay? We're letting you know that you can do it. And not just, we're just telling you, like, giving you motivational words. And again, I'm not a motivational speaker. I keep telling people that. I am.
You kind of are. The quotes that come out of your mouth every week, they should be made into quote cards. We can talk about that. Yeah, you put some.
I should have a book like Powerful Quotes from the Black Mentor. Boom,
I mean, you don't hear yourself because you're the one talking, but when I'm sitting back there and I hear, oh, there's another one we should write down. There's another one we should write down.
And like I had this quote. I used to have a show that I used to go to, and I told them one day, 20 children cannot play together for 20 years. And I was like, well, what did you just say? I was like, yeah, 20 children cannot play together for 20 years. It just blew the room, like everybody just got blown away. So I've been very, very blessed, just interacting with people. But today's show is not about me, it's about you guys out there, and it's about my team who have really helped me. And I was talking to somebody again this week. I talk to a lot of people.
Yeah, we know.
So like, I talk to thousands of people, like, through social media platform. I think I'm the only guy who responds to every single person.
You really do.
Who asks me reasonable questions online, because I don't talk to the bullies, I don't talk to the funny guys, I don't talk to the negative people. But like, people text me, in 10 minutes I've responded. Because why I do that? I'm not a celebrity, I'm a coach. And I believe that when people talk to me and they have issues or challenges or whatever, I should be there just to help them, and just let them. So I talk to a lot of people. And I was telling somebody this week, I said, you know what, if you really, really want to look at it, whatever success people think that I have didn't come because it was me. It came as a result of the relationships that I built. When you meet the right people and you tap into relationships, and and they're open and they can talk to you, they can show you what to do. It's just so amazing. It makes it so easy for you. You won't believe it. This morning, right here on my phone, I just woke up this morning, I was putting a few things together, and guess who I was talking to? Like right on my phone, I was just texting somebody. Who was I talking to at this time?
JT Fox.
just chatting JT
Just
Fox.
chatting with JT Fox.
Just
No big deal.
No big
No
deal.
big deal. No big deal.
It's nothing to say. I was just chatting with
It's
JT.
fine.
I'm like, hey JT, this is what I'm about to do. Look at the time. What time was that?
7:03 a.m.
7:03 a.m. I was on the bed, just chatting with JT Fox, my multi-billionaire friend, just chatting with him. Hey guy, how you doing? What's going on? But that is what relationship does for you, right? I was just chatting JT and like, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. And he's a very straight shot. You just tell him, okay, you got to do it this way, you got to do it that way. And when I get such, gifts, because that's what I call them, and I just act on those gifts, before you see, boom, I get results.
And people are so willing to give those gifts because they've gotten it on their way up, and now they want to give it to other people too.
Correct. So it's just amazing, what relationships have done to me. And that's what we're looking at today. Today is the last, episode of the season. And I wanted us to just leave a few things, behind for people, because people get motivated. Again, like I said, I'm not a motivational speaker. I am. Yes, you are a motivational speaker, Joseph.
Yes.
I am not a motivational speaker. I am a life coach, Angela.
Well, I think we've just inspired you to add another thing to your list.
Okay. The reason why I don't like motivational speakers is this. Okay, not that I hate. There's a difference when you don't like and when you hate, but I don't hate them. Is motivational speakers tend to, like most times, tell people to do what they're not doing.
You're using motivation through your coaching, though, which is a little bit different.
So my coaching doesn't motivate people. My coaching inspires people.
Inspiration.
Because you can be motivated and go to sleep, but you cannot be inspired and go back to bed.
There you go.
You see the difference?
There's
John, did you catch that one?
Write
There's
that
another
one down.
You can be motivated. Let me say that again slowly. You can be motivated and go to sleep, but you cannot be inspired and fall asleep. Like you'd be like, oh my God, what did I just hear? And you're turning and turning. You know what you know what being inspired causes you to do? It causes you to take action. Like if you're really inspired, you will walk down from Chicago to Wisconsin because there's something just pushing you, go, 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 go. But when you're motivated, you can be motivated and go to sleep. But when you're inspired, inspiration is going to push you to want to take action immediately. And the moment you take action based on inspiration, you're going to get a yes every single time.
So Tracy, from now on, when I can't sleep at night, I'm going to say I'm inspired.
Again,
inspired. Thank you, Joseph.
It's not when your mind is like, that sometimes your mind is full. You're thinking, I used to be like that when nothing, certain things that make me sleep. Now, nothing makes me lose my sleep because I actually need it. I don't fret. I don't fear.
It'll be there in the morning, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, we'll sort it out in the morning because I only get to sleep like 5 hours anyways. Like, I left for Indiana yesterday morning. I left 4 a.m. in the morning. I came back to Wisconsin 6 p.m. in the evening. That's like what? The whole day. And I just went to bed 9 and like 1:30, my eyes are just open like this. Go check my social media. I started posting like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I know I get to have like only 5 hours sleep every single day. So why waste it and start bothering myself about something I can actually solve? No matter what it is that is the problem, it's not always what your stress. It's not always what the stress, So we want to leave you with 3 tips, right?
Yes.
That you can act on. Okay. That you can act on. That we're going to take a few questions. Then we go home. Okay. So 3 tips that I think you're going to need. I've been saying them, but I'm still going to say them again because, the good book says faith cometh by hearing. Reputation helps people to catch what you're saying. So for you to truly be successful, in the next 60 days, no, it's 61 days.
It's November 1st.
Hey.
It's November 1st today.
So November has how many days?
30.
And December has
31.
It's
61 days.
Are you trying to take away my birthday or something?
Well, we got a half a day today.
Yeah, we're like in the middle of the one.
So 60 and a half days, right? So 60 and a half days for you to, you still have to invest in yourself. It never goes old. It's something that will never, ever go away. Because the truth of the matter is what you put in is what you give out. See, I went to New York, for the conference,
Yes.
and that is one of the things we're gonna highlight for next year, because by next, I had a meeting with them yesterday, my guys in New York, while I'm over, like, I am very, when I was in Indiana inspecting property, I realized it was time for my meeting. You know what I did? I had to take a break. I drove to a Starbucks.
To get caffeine?
No, I don't
To
I don't
take
need
his
that.
meeting. He doesn't need
I
caffeine.
don't need caffeine. I'm like, if I take caffeine, I'm going to set the building on fire.
Mm.
So I went into Starbucks and connected my computer to the Starbucks internet and had a meeting for like 35 minutes while I was doing all that yesterday. Because you just, success is intentional, And I knew that meeting was another way for me to invest in myself, because now that we want to go into TV stations and all that, we need the expert. And there was no way, after investing all those thousands, over $50,000-$60,000 into that program, are you going to miss your first meeting?
Mm.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get there, drive, find my way right on time, and took the meeting in Starbucks. Nobody even knew I did. You know, I did that yesterday.
I did not know you
Nobody.
did that yesterday.
Only Jenny knew that. Jenny was in the meeting just taking notes while I was talking. I said, you got to come there because, just in case, I miss out something because it's noisy there.
Right.
I still had that meeting yesterday. It's just dawned on me now. Successful people are working very, very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have to reinvest in yourself. It never stops. You are, even when you get to $100 million, you still be going for the mastermind. You know why? Because there are people that know better than you do.
Mm-hmm.
The information you need when you're making 10 million is not the same information when you start making 50 million, 100 million, when you start making 100 million, 200 million, 500. It's so different. It's a whole different ball game. The way the guys who make millions like us invest is not the way the guys who make billions invest. It's a whole different ball game. And I want to just, climb the ladder like this and keep going. So you still have to invest in yourself.
And that could be as simply as reading a book. Like it doesn't even, as long as you keep doing something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming from New York, guess how many books they gave to me again? They gave me like 9 books. I'm like, what? Where am I going to have the time to read all those books? But you know what?
You're going to do it.
I'm going to do
You're
it.
going to do it. You're going to do it.
I'm still going to find time to do it, maybe when I'm flying.
When you can't be on Instagram Live.
When I'm maybe I'll just get on Instagram. Hey, today let's read a book.
There you go. You can read to your followers.
And I start reading to my.
You can read to your
Read
followers.
with a Black Mentor. Hey,
there you go.
I just got a new show.
This is why we're doing marketing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Read with a Black Mentor.
So can I ask a question about investing in yourself?
Okay.
So, and I'm not in the audience today, so I'm asking it straight up. Do people think that you're ever selfish, or how do you overcome people thinking that you're selfish when you're focusing on investing in yourself? Because it's not always financially. Sometimes it's time, sometimes it's money, but you always have the naysayers, right?
Yeah, they're going to be there.
They're going to be there.
They're my gas.
They're the gas that makes you go.
The thing about, I'll answer that question, but I want to talk about the naysayers. The thing about
Please.
the naysayers is you need them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that when they become toxic, you need to put them where they belong.
Yes.
But you always need naysayers.
They drive you.
They drive you. Because if you don't have naysayers, you're not going to have constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't have constructive criticism, you're going to be relying like, you know what? I got there. I'm the done now. I'm the, what's they call that
perfect.
Guy? I'm perfect, But when they start becoming toxic is when we start complaining, hey, you cannot be toxic to me. But you need those guys, who don't like you, who are trying to be you. Some of them are just actually trying to be you, but it cannot be you.
It builds your strength.
So it builds your strength. So the problem with why a lot of people have problems dealing with naysayers is they put them in the car. You don't put them in the car. You don't put them in your trunk.
Here comes another one.
When you put naysayers in your trunk, they push your trunk down. You put them in the gas tank, and they fire the car.
Oh my God! I told you were gonna. I told you, you were gonna get a little.
That's what they do. You put them there because that's where they belong. People don't. People who have not been in your shoes will try to underplay your success.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I have some funny guy on social media telling me, "Do you think it's easy to buy a yacht?" And do I have a yacht?
You have a yacht.
Do I have a yacht?
Yes, yes,
have a yacht?
yes.
Like he's like, you think it's easy to buy a yacht? How dare he says he has a yacht? I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? I have it. I don't have to prove nothing. I got it.
Check his Instagram. There's
No, you don't even
videos
check-
and photos. It's there.
But you don't
It's
need to
there.
check my
It exists.
Instagram. I got
It
it.
exists.
I bought it with my money, and I didn't do like a payment or anything. I paid it cash. I have the title. Like, it's crazy. But you see, the problem is when you cannot raise the level of your thinking
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
where, you know, somebody can actually afford, maybe let's say we're in the age bracket, like, how can he afford that and I cannot afford that? It's a mindset thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in every single one of your shows, whether it be you or a guest, someone has brought up surrounding yourself with the 5 people that
Every single time, you know?
single episode.
Yeah.
Someone has talked about
but you know,
that.
when
So
you
do they
cannot
belong in your
phantom
5?
And you start hearing like, oh, he's a social
Yeah.
media millionaire.
Do they belong in your 5 then anymore?
No, they
if they're
don't.
doing
No,
that?
no,
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 then maybe they were never
don't.
there.
And you
Yeah.
see, they don't have those kind of 5 people. Like I just showed, I'm chatting with JT Fox on my
Right.
phone. They don't have those kind of people surrounding them. So there is no way they can understand what I'm doing.
Right.
But if I was that kind of a person, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to slide into your DM because I'm smart. I'm like, dude, how did you buy a yacht, man? You just came from Africa 6 years ago. How do you do this? Because if you say I'm stealing, guess what? For 6-7 years, my office is right under the Homeland Security office.
I thought you were going to say the Home Bridge.
Not the home bridge. Like the Homeland Security is right on top of our office in downtown.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I'm entering the office, I give this guy's iPhone. I'm like, hey, Brownie, how you doing? Like, I see their badges.
Sorry.
The FBI, all those guys, they're right there. If I was doing something wrong, they're just gonna pick me like a fly in a bucket.
Mhm.
I don't even know that didn't go what I wanted to say, but you know what I mean. Like, they're right there in the building. They're my buddies, and they're not stupid.
Right.
I probably feel like the whole building is even bugged. They hear everything I'm saying.
It might be. I mean, you do share a building with the FBI, so you never know.
Yeah, like, you know, the Homeland Security guys are there, and some idiot, sorry to say, is saying that, oh, he's committing something, the feds are gonna come. Dude, the feds are right on my head. Like, this is my office, this is their office. You know, so what I would do is I would just go there and say, dude, how do you do it?
Mhm.
You know, you
Right.
got to teach me.
And I think that some of those people might not even know enough to know what the right question is that they should be asking to get.
Well, that is not
Yeah.
supposed to be my problem.
It's true.
The truth of the matter is, if you don't ask a mentor the right question, you're not going to get the right answer.
Right. Right.
And
Then they maybe need a different mentor to get them to that.
yeah, but
to
the truth
that
is, some
next
of them don't
level.
even have mentors.
Yeah.
You know, they don't
Yeah.
have, some of them don't even have mentors. So they start asking, very, very funny questions like, how do you do that?
Mhm.
How can you buy covered? How come you're giving out all this money? Blah, blah, blah. You know, the truth of the matter is we're working very, very hard. But we know our priorities. And, you know, most times it's not because you have all the money that you give. You know that, right?
Right.
Mhm.
I have actually given $10,000 when I had $11,000 in my bank account. But you know what? It's a mindset. I don't fret it. I'm not afraid. I'm not like, oh, I want to give 10,000, but I have 11,000. I'm gonna be broke for the rest of my life.
No,
Mhm.
Joseph says, I'm going to make more money.
I'm gonna be like, you know
Money.
what? I have an aura of abundance. If I'm giving you 10,000 and I have 11,000, I don't care. I know tomorrow I'm gonna make money.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know, because money is not the dollar. Money is your mindset.
Mhm.
You know, I have a video I did this morning. I haven't posted it because, like, they're gonna say I'm trying to show off again.
That's not like you to hold on to a video. Usually you're like,
I just
take
let
it
it
and
go,
go.
right?
Take it and go.
Well,
Take
I've
it and
been
go.
busy. It's not
Okay.
never because
Okay.
of that. So
Okay.
you see, this morning when I came into the office, I got paid with about $20,000. And again, it's not to show off. You know, it's our show today, so we can do whatever we
You could
want.
do whatever you want.
So look, maybe it's gonna go on speaker. Not for bragging, right? It's just to encourage you that you can make. How much is that?
$21,300.
I made $21,000. And you know what? This is not even something that I do. I wake up in the morning and people have bought my courses. People have booked for, you know, one-on-one with a black mentor on the phone. You know,
Mhm.
if you want to book me right now, it's $1,000. Like if you want to put me on one-on-one.
Yeah, and you can sign up right on his website. I
Yeah.
put that thing together for
You
him.
did,
Can
right?
you imagine though all the stuff you sit on here week after week after week and you give away for free?
Mhm.
And I get nothing from saying this, but if you're going to give all this for free, that $1,000 of one-on-one Joseph
Yeah.
time, one-on-one question and answer. I mean, everybody can go back to the entire
Yeah, but
vision
you
of
know,
this YouTube
some
and
people
see
want
the
my
whole
time,
time.
so I tell
Yeah.
them pay $1,000. Come to the office. If you want to do it on phone, it's $500.
Yeah.
And just doing that, we got $21,000 in the account. $21,000. That's the money you pick on the street.
Mhm.
That's beautiful.
You
Beautiful
know?
morning.
Yeah. So it's these are the things. That's what we call passive income, and that's why I used to buy like chocolate. You know, this year alone, we when we started the coaching, we've coached 283 persons
Nice.
online, and we made over $78,000 just from coaching and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And you know, if I decide to use $60,000 to buy myself like a cover, that's not bad.
That's fine. You know what? You worked for that money.
I work for the money.
You worked for the
So,
money.
you know, and if somebody doesn't understand that, dude, there's nothing, or lady, there's nothing I can do about that, you know, because I am the one putting in the work. I'm the one sitting down
Mhm.
there exchanging my time. And that is not my real estate or any other stuff that I'm doing. It's just that, you know, I met some smart people and I learned to be smart and I sleep, I wake up and I make money.
But it's also lessons that you've learned. You know,
Mhm,
you
that's what I
have
was
taken the time to learn these things that you are teaching others. It's
Yeah.
not that you're just feeding lines of, oh, I read this line on Facebook today. These are actual
Yeah.
things that you've done in life to get you where you are
And
today.
that is a mistake a lot of people do. You know, a lot of people like quotes. That's why I say, again, I'm not a motivational speaker.
Mhm.
When they wake up in the morning, they go and look for quotes. What is the quote for today? When the sun rises and the chicken doesn't say cuckoo, you don't make no money. And, oh my God, that hit me. That hit me. Then they go back and drink coffee and go to work.
Go to bed. Go to bed.
It's
because
not
they're
going to work. It's not going to, it doesn't work like that. You know, you got to wake up. Look what happened on Friday. I heard there was a deal in Indiana. Monday morning, 4 a.m., jumped out of my bed, kissed my kids, have a beautiful day. It was supposed to even be Halloween yesterday, but I don't care. You know, jumped into my car and drove 4 hours to Indiana. I got 10 properties.
10. I thought you went
10.
for 1. 10.
No, the whole street was for sale.
Oh,
And guess what? I bought a mansion.
Nice.
I bought a mansion for $50,000.
okay, Joseph. Well,
And
I
I'm
can't
gonna
wait to
put in
see the
maybe-
progress of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put in like 150 to maybe 200,000 into that mansion. It's an 8-bedroom mansion. Used to be a very beautiful man. I'm sure the guy who used to live there would be like, he was the baller, like, you know.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And now I'm gonna own it, and I'm gonna put in 200, fix it. But when I finish fixing it, that mansion is gonna be worth like maybe 600,000-700,000.
That's nice.
You know,
That's kind of fun too because you can
Mm.
keep all the history in it and
you know.
and update.
Somebody
the
said,
other
I
things.
won't accept that you are not a motivational speaker. Well, everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
He's trying not
He's
to
trying.
be. You're trying so hard not to be, but you just do it naturally.
I do it naturally.
Yes.
So, you know, so that's it. So number one, let's go back. You know, I'm enjoying to this show. I'm so relaxed today. That's what you know, Kim does to me. Kim makes me relax. She takes all the work. All the work. I just give them all the work and I go do my thing. So number two, building relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You have to build relationships. Keep building relationships. 6-7 years ago, I didn't know Kim. I didn't know Tracy. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know JT Fox. I didn't know any single person. I landed in America with $4,700 in my pocket. But look at where relationships have gotten me to.
Relationships are everything, I think.
This is one thing Tracy and I talk about all the time. We
Mhm.
believe in. And I, from the short time that I've been working with you, I mean, I guess it's not that short, but I was there the first time you were going to meet JT Fox. You said, I'm going to go meet JT Fox
Yeah.
tomorrow. And I've watched that relationship grow
Oh my God.
so fast and into such a like,
When I'm
great-
with JT, people always almost think like, have they known for like, someone was like, how long have you known JT? I was like, oh, well, he mentored me like 15 minutes in 2019. Then we reconnected in June or July.
Yeah,
this
it
year.
was recently. It was
recent,
really
like
recent.
July, and he's like, "Come see me in Chicago." And I went there, and the guy fell in love with me. So this is what happened. We were in the golf course, and this was a huge golf course, 18 holes, so it's big.
Yeah.
And we're all there talking about deals in California. 20 of us, maybe 25. I don't know. It was over 20, and of course, I'm always only the black guy. I'm always the only African in these meetings, right? And JT's on a hole, and I'm on this hole, and he goes, "Joseph," and I like, "Hey JT," and he's like, "Gugu gakaku kako," and I go, "Wakuku kaki kaka," and we're just talking nonsense. But you know what? When we finished, one of the ladies came and said, "You know what, Joseph?" She said two things. She said, "You and JT have a great connection. Like you guys, you know, you're amazing at a relationship." And she said, number two, she said, "I like you." She said, "You know why I like you? You don't take things to her." She said, "If it was any other black person, or if it was, no, let me choose my word right because they're gonna kill me for this."
Watch it.
Yeah, watch it. She
Marketing
said,
person here. Watch it.
Yeah, if it was some other person, they would be like, JT is trying to be racist. They'll be like, why does he have to do cuckoo caca? Am I a monkey? You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because
boy.
everything in America now has a meaning. But you know what? I knew the guy was just trying to play with his friend. He was just trying to crack some jokes with me. This guy has money 10 times than I do. Right? And he's playing with me like, "Joseph, cuckoo caca, go coco." Like, are you having fun? That's what I heard. I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, kalu coco badeke." Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Made it up as you went. It's
And
fine.
whatever we just joked around and we talked, we played. The other day, somebody was chatting me on Twitter, and the guy and I saw it was JT. The guy handling my Twitter is like, "Oh, somebody's talking to you. His name is JT." I'm like, "Is that JT? Oh, JT's on Twitter. Let me talk to JT." So I go on Twitter and I'm chatting with this guy, and he's like, "Oh, how you doing?" I said, "Did you get my book?" I'm like, "JT, well, I got your book the last time we went in California." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, wow. Okay, you got the book. Did you read it?" I said, "Yeah, I'm reading it." And the guy goes, this is where he let himself out of the bag. He's like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Oh," I said, "Dude, if you don't know what I do, then you're not JT." So you know what I did? I cropped the discussion and I said it to JT. Look how JT says.
"Report, my brother, report. They're scams." And by the way, I think they misspelled my name too.
So JT sends me a voice. It's like, "Report them, brother. Report them. They are scammers. They even spelled my name wrongly." And I laughed, and he sent me another message.
That is so funny, buddy. That is so funny.
So
you got direct access to me here on QP.
You know?
My
So,
buddy.
yeah, so Jesse was like, "Dude," I was like, the guy came to the wrong person. He's talking to the wrong person. And Jesse like, "Dude, you got direct access to me. You can talk to me whenever you want." But you know what I'm saying in all this is, I don't think you can catch this guy on the street. These are not people you just meet on the street. These are, what's the word? Deliberate, delicate, and,
Don't know.
I don't know the
Don't
words
know where
to
you're
use,
coming from. Nope.
Like, you can, what? Elite.
John knows
Elite.
everything.
John knows this guy. You know what? Next year, I'm going to be like doing the production, and John is going to be in front of the camera doing the show. We're going to switch, and we're going to name the show Wealth Flow with a White Mentor.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't think
first
so.
day on the
Again,
show,
marketing person is telling you no,
No,
Joseph.
the
not
first day on
happening.
the show, they're going to eat John raw. Like, they're like, "White mentor, how dare you? How dare you? White mentor, oh my God, you're gonna
Stop while
finish
you're
me.
ahead. Stop while you're ahead.
Oh my God, John, you're gonna land yourself in trouble that day. So, the elite people, they do so much, and it's only relationships. I have a couple of transactions I'm doing. Yesterday, while I was in Indiana, LI, the manager, my partner in Las Vegas, he also went to see a property. The property is about $20 million. Now, these guys they said they want to fund 60% of that deal. I just texted to JT, and I know the answer already. You know what's going to be his answer? "Let's do it." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's relationships. I might not have 20 million sitting in my bank right now, but I sure know who's going to give me $20 million. And that is what relationship does for you. You know, so you want to keep building valuable relationship. Now, I want to add, how do you build relationship? Because people don't know how to build relationship. When you meet people and you want to get that relationship going, the first thing you have to do is you have to give people value.
Absolutely.
The moment I met you, Kim, and I say, hey, you know, what do you do? The moment I met you, the reason why you're sitting on my show is because you gave me value. The moment I met you, Tracy, and we started talking, again, the reason why you're sitting on my show is because you gave me value. The moment you both gave me value, guess who you became? You became valuable people to me. So you want to be a person of value to somebody. The moment you become a person of value, not somebody who's always taking. If you're somebody who's always taking from someone, one day you're going to call them and they're not going to pick the phone anymore.
And that can be
But
done.
has there ever been a time you called me and I didn't take your call?
Yes, last week.
Maybe I was flying or whatever. Like,
but that is really honestly the one and only time.
Where was that last week?
I don't know where you were last week.
Where was I last week, by the way?
New York?
Nope. That was the week prior.
Before?
Yeah.
maybe
you and
I was handling something.
you don't like to be bothered when you're sleeping, so it could have been a sleep
my
day.
God, you're exposing all my shit out.
Could have been.
Yeah, because when I sleep, I want to sleep, right?
Yeah.
So once you call me, I know that, you know, she has something valuable she wants to give to me. You are always like working, so you don't even call me. So let's not even go into that. You know, you work. So, but you know, whenever people who are valuable to you call you, you want to take the call real fast because you know this person is adding value to me. So definitely they brought something that's going to add value to me, to my person, to my business, you know, to my community. But the moment you're somebody who takes and takes and takes and takes, nobody's going to listen to you. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God, the taker is calling again.
Yeah.
You see, you don't want to be that kind of a person.
I think that's one thing that Tracy and I really, really focus on. I know I'll definitely say for myself, and I've worked with Tracy for a few years now, and so I'm comfortable and confident saying it about her. I am more of a listener when it comes to what do the clients need, and then build my responses based upon their needs more so than I do this. I don't insert I into a lot of our one-on-one conversations. I think you probably it's we or what do you need? How can I help you? Not I want $10,000 for this. It never works like that. It does not work by making
by
it
the way,
you.
you know, I'm still learning. I'm bossy. Everybody knows that.
You're bossy.
I'm the only one allowed in this whole building to use I.
Okay.
You all can use we. I'm still learning to use we and I. I'm allowed sometimes to use we. I'm allowed sometimes to use I. You know, everybody knows that. And you can cut this out, producer, you know, so they don't come and crucify me. Like, oh my God, Joseph is bossy. The Black Mentor is bossy. You know, I can be bossy. I understand that. But, you know, it's in a good way, right? And I think sometimes as a business person, you just need a little
that's
stubbornness.
Part of your third one, the take action.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So that's it. That listens to the third one.
Moving right on.
Yeah. You got to take actions. You know.
And sometimes it's just how it comes out. Is how it comes out.
It comes out. You know. I don't believe in sugar. So the most important thing is in this building, in our office, you all know that everything I do, the foundation is love and respect.
Yes.
You do not respect you. You do not respect you. But you know, when we're talking about the business, and we want to make sure, you know, at the end of the day, the business pays the bills. It's how it comes out. Because at the end of the day, even if I was like very, very blunt or strict to you, but you still go home with your check, are you not fine?
Well, I think for you though, it's more direct than it is bossy. You don't have time for the in-between stuff, right? It's I need this done. Can you take care of it? Yes. Okay, great. Thanks. Bye. So most of the time it's not even bye. Just hang up.
Like I'm gone.
But really, honestly, that is I look at it as more of your direct. You say what you need done and move on from there, and you're on to your next thing because that's how you're doing
what
you're
lot
doing.
Of things going
on.
You
know, I got a lot of things, and you know, like I asked somebody that they were talking to me, and he wrote this long text.
Yeah, like my long email.
Like your long email. I don't read your emails. If they're too long, I don't have time to be reading those. So my friend sent me a long message. And look at what look at the message, by the way. Let me show you first. I've been showing her stuff.
That's
So look at
pretty long.
No, hold on. That's not even the message yet. This was
I'm
the
surprised
message.
you went back and forth that long. Very surprised.
Yeah, because this is my old friend. Look at the message.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
So when I finished, look at what I asked him. What did he say?
My friend, you don't need to write this long speech.
I was like, my friend, you don't need to write this long speech. Just tell me what you want.
Well, you added my friend in there to be kind, right?
No, not because it was my friend.
Well, right. But,
I know the meaning of a friend.
But sometimes to Kim, it could be, you don't need to write me a long speech.
No, I just
see, right.
Kim,
nope.
You don't need to write a long speech. But this was my friend. So
Yeah.
I like, but so, and not that I'm exposing what my friends show me, but I'm just letting you know the kind of person I am.
Yeah.
And if people tend to understand who I am,
Mm-hmm.
we'll make money together. And I think that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to make money.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't know that we have only 24 hours.
Right.
And
Right.
24 hours is a very long time.
And because your style is take quick action, reading texts or emails, and that is just slows you down. Like
yesterday I was going and somebody was telling me, like, just tell me how much you want. Let me do it. And I think the person got it. The person just sent me a text. I sent you an email, but I also sent you a text message so you can just see what all that I wrote in the email. Like, just catching up very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take massive action. Let's go back to the show. Like, Kim is like, okay. So what was your question again?
What was my question?
Are you okay? Is it okay to be selfish when you're taking, building yourself?
Oh, that was way back. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you handle the people? Because a lot of people will say, well, you're being selfish. You're the, it was the naysayers. I think we pretty much answered
So
that.
no,
right?
let me just touch that particular soft spot that I didn't touch the first time. For you to be successful, and I'm going to say it to the camera, you have to be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot be successful on earth, maybe in heaven. You cannot be successful on earth without you being selfish. If you try to be a yes person every single time and you try to give every single person your time, you're not going to be successful. Because you need time out where you can read, you can process information, you can take action. I have been selfish so many times. Let me tell you one time I was very selfish, apart from me investing in myself and the business. My very first tax returns in America was about maybe 18,000. And then my business, we didn't have all this many businesses that we're running. We had just one business. And we file our taxes. And I think it was maybe 8,000. It's not 18,000, maybe 8,000. Maybe it was $8,000. Yeah. So it was $8,000, and it was a joint filing for me and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, we had an office in Florida. The moment the tax returns came in, and this was like 2017, 2018, I think, I took the money. I didn't give my wife a cent. You know what a cent is? Not a dollar.
A penny.
A penny. I didn't give my wife a penny. I took that money. I flew down to Florida. I set up the office in Florida at the time, did everything I needed to do. And I came back and she went ballistic on me. Now, and I feel people grow, but then she wasn't grown in the way she is now, and she called that time she called some of my friends. She called some family members. She's like, oh my God, Joseph took all the money and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But you know what? Look at where
we are today.
Well, she stuck with you through all that because somewhere she saw that you were going to make some different things happen.
Yeah. So she stayed there.
Yeah.
But right now, she got access to money, like crazy shit money. You know what I'm talking about? So she can have whatever she wants now. But that is me being selfish. And, sometimes too, as a father, I might not be there for my children the way I want to be, but I communicate with my children and I let them know, daddy's got to travel. Like yesterday when I left 4 a.m. in the morning, my kids were still asleep. I try to tell them on Sunday night that, hey, daddy's going to travel tomorrow, but I'm sure after watching Jingle Bell, whatever, they forgot. So they wake up in the morning, they're calling my phone, Daddy, where are you? And I'm like, I told you on Sunday night that I'm traveling to Indiana, right? But I know they miss me. They want to wake up in the morning, get a morning hug, give daddy a kiss. Maybe I drive them to school in their Porsche car or whatever. They love kids of nowadays like showing off. You think you're showing off, they like showing off. They like pulling up in the school with a Corvette. They like pulling in front of the school with a Range Rover. They like pulling up in front of the school with a big truck GMC. They just want to like, yeah. And it's all the kids. It's not only my kids. I noticed that. It's all the kids. So when daddy's not there to do that, they kind of miss it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But those are sacrifices, that we all have to pay to make this thing going.
See, and that's what I'm hearing more from you, though, is I'm hearing more of some sacrifices than flat out selfishness. Because I do think that those are two different things. A sacrifice versus being selfish. You are sacrificing some time for your kids. But I also, knowing you try to make up for that in the times on when you
and
when you're with them.
And your $18,000 spend on your new office wasn't directly for you. It impacted your whole family.
It was for your whole family.
It's true.
So taking a step back and realizing,
but
that's what the
I think that one
naysayers
and
are
the
going
same
to say.
for me. Sacrifice because sometimes when you're sacrificing, like 3 weeks ago, I went to New York. I was there the whole week. Oh my God, it was called every day. Daddy, where are you? Daddy, it was me being selfish. I could have said, okay, you know what? Some people did the training from the Zoom.
Yeah.
But when you're doing training from Zoom and you're inside the class, it's not the same thing, right?
No, it's not.
You're not able to build that connection. You don't have the chance to dance with Chris's mom. So true life story. Chris and his fiance Jane, they are the best of the best when it comes to media. They're like the prince and the princess of social media, right? And they know all the big names.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they were showing us their connections, they know everybody, like everybody, And here I am, we're in the hall. We had a break, and I was just coming, and I saw this beautiful young woman. She's older, and I said, "How are you?" And we start talking about music, and she's like, "I saw you dancing. Let me show you some moves."
Oh,
and she was trying to show me some moves, and we started dancing. And when I finished dancing with her, I didn't even care to know who she was. You know what I mean? I just do. So I went to somebody was like, "Do you know who that is that you were dancing with?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't care." And she's like, "That is Chris's mom." I'm like, "What? I didn't know." And I had it on video.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
So I had that on video, and I went back. I was like, "I didn't know you were Chris's mom." She's like, "That's fine. You're a good dancer." Oh my God, my head was so big, So when you just do, when you take action, you just make things happen. The universe just works for you, Imagine if I was gonna say, "Hey, who is that woman I want to dance with?" I won't miss that moment.
You would absolutely miss that moment. Mm-hmm. Take action.
So what you got to say? Take action.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of talking. I can talk all day.
Well, you're almost coming up on 2:00 here, so
I'm going to take just one question.
We don't have any questions.
Bye.
That meant we don't have any.
We don't even have any.
We don't have any.
Everybody's really relaxed today. It's been a beautiful show. I knew that if I have Kim and Tracy on today's show, it's going to be amazing. So don't forget, this is the last episode for the year. Next week, we're going to have our boot camp right here in our office in Wisconsin. You're going to see a lot of videos. Everybody's going to be there. We're going to be hosting a lot of people who are coming from different states. I have all the states coming in here. It's going to be from the 10 to the 12. And we'll be here to receive them. And I'm telling you, this last boot camp, 4 people have bought properties worth over $2.something million.
Wow.
I just said $2 million like it was 2,000, but
I mean,
that's a lot of money. So I just want to thank every single person who has made this show very successful. I want to thank you, Kim. I want to thank you, Tracy. I want to thank you, John, and every single person, Mike, Jessica, Lady Nantomah was on the show, Bonnie, all the people, Jacob, my police friend.
Yes.
What's her name? Yeah. There are a lot of people that came on the show. If I don't call your name, you came on the show. I just want to thank you all for coming on the show, making it a success. It was amazing just being here every day, sharing with you, and especially you, the audience. Thank you. What I want you to do for me is please follow my YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube, like, subscribe, invite your friends. We're giving you top-notch information that's going to change your life forever. You can also go on my website.
Yep. Sign up for the newsletter so you get the weekly updates.
You get a weekly update. We're going to send out newsletters. Stay connected. Keep listening to this thing. And not too long, you're going to get there.
And during the break, just go back and watch the last 9 weeks and get all of that information. It's still living on YouTube. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. Check out the testimonials. We have just a testimonial section from your master class and from boot camp, and we'll have more after next week's boot camp, which is really exciting.
It's going to be amazing. I'm having people coming here. I'm going to be helping so many people. And I just know, God's sparing our lives. 2023 is going to be big. I'm going to have like 5 phones then. You're going to have
He's
to call.
going to have 5 phones. That means he's going to have to get us each our own phones. So we have
you're going to
our
call
own
a PA.
children, right?
You're going to
Kim,
call a PA. He's going to call a PA
right,
and another
right.
PA. And you're going to start. PA
Exactly.
is going to send me a mail before you can catch me. So yeah, we've had an amazing time. Thank you, ladies, for coming on the show. They don't like coming on the show. They like staying behind. But today I had to drag them literally to get here. And these are the people who is making my show, my business, everything about me. You see on social media, website, everything look good. And I want to really say thank you for everything you do. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And thank you, because without you being out there and watching us, this is just going to be a waste of our time. Until we'll meet you again in season 2 of Wealth Flow with the Black Mentor. Remember, your best days are always ahead of you and never behind.
Thank you for having us. Are we ready for it?
Boom, boom, boom,
boom.
No, we got to say it right.
Come on now.
Come on. I didn't do
Are
that.
we going? I thought it was faster. Boom,
1,
boom, boom.
2, 3, go.
Boom,
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 boom. There you go. Let's
Where
do
is
this.
it? There it is.